Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this one, I'm going to be talking about the seventh episode of Boys season 5. So it was named like Frenchman, the woman, and the guy named Mother's Milk or something like that. So basically, it was the second last episode of the Boys, and it's not looking good for them. Uh, I mean, the first six episode was like basically just build up and then filled with water rising stuff. Anyways, let's just get into this episode. So I won't like go really get really into it because there was not much happening here that I think would impact the finale. But whatever I felt like talking about, I will get into that stuff. So uh, let's let's start with what's good with this episode. And by the way, this episode contains spoilers, so yeah, if you have not checked out the episode, go check it out first. And yeah, all right, let's get into it. So the goods in this episode were the Frenchie's death. That was one of the really nice scenes. Kind of made me a little emotional, seeing him die. And yeah, him giving Homelander the finger, and he stood his ground and he had a good character arc. So that was a plus point. And the second one was Kessler. So we had not seen him in the fifth season. Like, season four was completely about Kessler and Butcher. Even though yes, he was his imagination and whatnot, but come on, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who would like to see him again. So they could have used him, but yeah, we get to see him in the psych guy morphing as him into their minds. So, but the acting and the delivery of lines, that were all great. You know, I believe there is a joke in here about Dean Morgan being into Amazon shows. Like, if I had a penny for every time I saw Jeffrey Dean Morgan in an Amazon Prime show about superheroes for one episode and then dying, I would have 2 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. So we saw him as Conquest as well, and he got, you know, like, he was there for one episode and then he died, and then again here we see him for one episode and Butcher just, rips him apart. So that happens. Maybe that was like, kind of a metaphor that Butcher has defeated his crazy arc. I mean, crazy thing because he killed Kessler, but who knows? At this point, I think the ending is not gonna land. By the way, that's all the good stuff. Now the rest of the stuff, that's not going to be great. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. So by the way, a few things that I wanted to talk about other than this bad, the virus thing. How were they planning to transmit the virus? The virus had such a high mortality rate. Like, the moment they dropped it, the soups were dead in seconds, like 15 seconds, and the soup is dead. How do they plan to spread it? Like, the carrier won't even survive for that long to spread the virus, like the hantavirus that's going on right now, whatever it's called. So, like, it has 40% mortality rate, and it's being said that, oh, it can't really transmit because the carrier does not generally survive to transmit it. So I don't know, I mean, I guess that's a bit too technical. So yeah, let's leave it that. So now let's get into the bad stuff. Oh my god, first of all, the dialogue writing was very corny. Like, the and Starlight talking about how he helped a bird, or them talking to Murray, my uh, awesomeness was greatly. Dude, shut up! Like, you are in for one episode, you are not going to play a major role now. What are we doing here? Come on. Then there was no impact of president's death. Yes, I mean, he was not a prominent character or anything, but he is still the president of the United States. He just smushed his head and, wiped off his hands and, well, that's done. I mean, come on. Anyways, moving on. Why the fuck were they following Oh Father? Like, what was the whole point of that? Like, Homelander is immune to the virus, so why are they following Oh Father? Like, does he know something? What will he do? What are they trying to achieve? I don't know. They were just following him for God knows what reason. Then the psychic plot line that they introduced, all those, psychic people, I don't think they will be able to wrap it up in 1 hour. You know, we just have one more episode left and they have to wrap up so many unfinished plot lines. How will they do that? I don't know. Then Noah's death, just well, yeah, Noah died last episode. No one cares, dude. Like, he was one of the members, OG members of the set. Even though yes, he was killed and whatever, but he was still, a member of the seven. You just, well, he's dead. I forgive you. Let's move on. And same with Firecracker as well. Nothing about it. Like, Starlight saw her body and, oh, that's sad. That's it. You know. I mean, yes, the people around Homelander are scared to say stuff to him, but I mean, what? You need to address these things. These are like the core characters of the show. You are like just, well, he's dead now, moving on. You can't just do that. Then we see Soldier Boy getting choked, like, to put up a fight, you know. You're just, yeah, that happens. And then there was this ass sniffing. Why? What's the point of this dog knot and the cat girl woman thing? What? What? Why are you giving it like 15 seconds of the episode? For what reason? Just both of them going around sniffing each other's ass. Sure, yeah, that's what I wanted to see with my, finale of The Boys. That's what I had in mind. And then Sister Sage just, she's the smartest person alive. She's supposed to be thinking of what to do next. She's just, lobotomizing herself and, let's watch Love Island. Uh, I will, I will not have a crash out about, episode. It's just a TV show. Like, yeah, stuff happens. No need to. But dude, it's so disappointing. You know, there was this scene where Homelander just tells the Father to, kill the audience members who didn't like the promo of Homelander being the god or the son of God, whatever. That was a subtle hint of how they fucked this season without caring about what fans think about this show or what they want from it. I mean, honestly, it feels like it's too focused on political commentary rather than actual writing. The story moves like 10% and then 40% is just like, this sucks, that sucks. Oh, we are making a satire. Like, yeah, I get it that, it's the heart of the show, but you have to move the story forward, focus a little on the plot points as well, the things that you started. Like, they introduced this nuclear reactor thing like 3 episodes ago where Soldier Boy locked up Homelander. Alright, fine, it's nuclear shit, whatever. Homelander gets weak. Dude, you are just using it to blast it to, Kimiko and make her the new Soldier Boy. What? Why? You have setup of like, you got Ryan, you got Soldier Boy, you got Murray, like these even Butcher. Butcher got powers for. Why does he have these tentacles if he can't even contribute a little to the home to defeat Homelander? Yeah, he kills the low level villains, but why? Why are you bringing something new like one episode before the finale? Like there was a hint that Butcher and Frenchie are building something, and yeah, sure, buddy, that happened. And they were doing this before Sage even came. Uh, yeah, that happened. I feel like it's just too much stuff to wrap up in one episode, and I'm not having really high hopes from the finale because if we are being realistic, we have seen a lot of finales fail, and this looks just like one. But I hope it gets better. The mm, uh, Even they tried to close, Murray's character arc because the show got cancelled. So Murray was like Odessa project, which makes her like as strong as Homelander, at least before he took V1. And now they're like, well, not really. We just said that because we are making the show, but now we don't want to continue making it. So she's just like another suit. Like, why are you guys doing this? Come on, people love this show. You can't just write whatever and get away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. Well, yeah, that happens. And Deep, all right. Why is Deep still alive? Why? He should have been dead like long ago. I mean, it was maybe, the him getting fired scene was a little good. I liked it that, now he's stripped away of that as well. But yeah, I thought that if he would have jumped in the, ocean and tried to save him, the sharks would try to kill him. That would have been a bit fun. But what do we get? Deep runs away. And yeah, one episode left. We still got like what? We have one death in the boys. Only Frenchie has died so far. When Homelander was at their base, he can't see through things. That's the only thing he can't see through. Let me think. If I can see through everything and I'm searching for someone, and there's just one thing that I can't see through, and it's, big enough to hide a person, but I can't see through it. So, what's the point of checking it? What? You are there. Check the thing. Wow. Yeah. Anyways, so good stuff. Good stuff. All this should happen, and yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's quite disheartening to see this happen. They started well, but as the show keeps going on, it just it couldn't keep up with its own plot line. And I feel like in the finale they will be like Murray would be holding Homelander with the help of Ryan, and Kimiko blast the V1 out of him. I guess that's the whole thing that will happen. But and why does Kimiko suddenly become the main character? Like, shouldn't it have been? Although yes, it makes sense that she can regenerate, but like she was not the main focus of the story. She was a side character. The main character should have been Butcher, Huey, and Starlight. Yes, Kimiko is very important. Yes, I love to see her, but she's not the main character who was supposed to do this. Like, imagine so Homelander getting depowered by Kimiko. His whole beef was with Butcher. Butcher's whole beef was with Huey. They just threw it out of the window. They're like, you know what? We'll do something unexpected. You know which show tried to do something unexpected? Game of Thrones. They tried to, kill the White Walkers by Arya Stark, not Jon Snow, because you know what? That's unexpected. No, follow through what you have been setting up for 4 seasons. Don't just, change it. Like, that would be a surprise. You know what? People won't see that coming. People want to see it coming. Just, focus on your writing. I guess I have ranted for long enough. Maybe I will make another one as well on the finale. I mean, most probably I will. Uh, I would say that you guys should check out Widow's Bay. I would be watching that. Maybe even try to make a video on it. I have an exam coming up, so I might not be able to, but I will try to. And yeah, no one is really watching this video, so what's the point in it? So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. And yeah.